Making the team for London was a really fantastic feeling. Obviously, it's been a long 12 months of selection trials and travelling around the country and just hard work in general. So yeah, getting that phone call to say I was on the team was fantastic. What motivates me is probably just the fact that growing up, horse riding was the only sport I could do on a par with everyone else. I didn't have to have any modified rules or anything like that. So yeah, and I think just the freedom of it. For me, those are my legs and they kind of give me everything that I can't do normally. It would have been about 4 months old that I had my first sit on a horse in front of my brothers. The first thing I remember about horses is being bitten by my older brother's horse on the stomach, and I had a massive bruise like a donut around my belly button for about 4 weeks. As far as riding, my first memory is riding around my driveway in shorts and gumboots because they didn't make boots small enough for my feet, on my brother's horse Blaze. Some of the challenges I faced, first of all when I was learning to ride, was I'm quite uneven as far as muscle density goes on right and left side. So generally when I was learning to ride, I'd last a few strides and fall off to the left, which is obviously my heavier and better side. As I've grown older, I've had quite a few surgeries done to my leg and to my back, which have affected things like balance and coordination. About 10 years ago, I lost the feeling below my knees in my legs, so that was another struggle to find out where my feet were in the stirrups and that sort of thing, and where they were sitting on the horse. And generally just sitting up tall and trying to absorb the compaction through a spine that I don't really have. Our Kiwi is, she's an entertaining horse to work with. She can be a little bit stubborn and very opinionated when she wants to be. But she's a really good horse to work with. She's kind of, we'll just keep going, she's the Energizer Bunny. I've only had her 12 months and we had got her 6 weeks before the first selection trial, so that was a bit of a panic station to try and figure out where the buttons went. But yeah, she's a great horse to work with. Sydney Paralympics, I'd actually met one of the Australian riders that was there, Julie Higgins, and I'd spent a day with her. And I then went and watched her win her double gold for Australia, which was quite a good thing. And it was also the first time I'd seen riders that had disabilities. Yeah, I grew up in riding pony club and open mainstream into school events and stuff like that. So I was ecstatic. I ran up to like every person that had calipers and I was like, oh my goodness, you're the same as me. But yeah, I remember driving out of Horsley Park with Mum going, yeah, that's going to be me. It's going to be a great experience, win, lose or, you know, draw, whatever. It's going to just be a great time to ride into that arena and have the crowd there and to see, you know, the Aussie flags waving and that sort of thing. So yeah, I'm looking forward to every aspect of it. Ironically, the team consists of 3 people that I went on my first Australian team with to, again, ironically, the UK. So I mean, you've got some very experienced riders in there. Joe and Rob have been riding for 30 odd years. Grace has obviously got 2 World Championships and a Paralympic Games under her belt already. So, and yeah, I think it's a very strong team that we've put together, and it'll probably be, I think, hopefully one of the best teams we've put together so far. So.